How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
No. Nah, I'm broadcasting. Hold on.
Taking stock. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Takes a trip. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Can't tech the throw. Both fighters planning the low heavy connected. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Big, low, reaching heavy. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. The fight adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Looking for a chance. A quick breather. Jump meets them air to air. Oh, could be the start of something. Pops him with a shorty. Oh, the low kick hits. Wraps it up with a throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Not in range for the throw. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Hit overhead. The low. Smart stuff, poking out that range to zone the opponent. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Player 2 is on the brink of disaster. Low heavy. G-right. And eats it. The low kick hits. This may turn. There's a burnout. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with crushes the shin. Overhead, but it won't work. Oh, yo, Ross, super hit. The super hit. It's gonna be enough to kill. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. G-right kick, overhead attack. Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Throws them. What's next? Player 2 chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 is just about out of drive on them. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Takes a trip. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? All right, what's coming up next? Throws a fireball. Gets the jump in. Oh God, this is tense. Come upstairs. Going in. KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Had the radar up and running. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Projectile to try and change the situation. They were right to be on guard there. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Grabs and throws them away. Experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? The low! Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Time to reassess the situation. Close range, the low kick hits. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner move. In there! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Long low attack hits. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Gets the knockdown, and now player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Overhead, hits with the overhead. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Taking stock. In there! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Big, low, reaching heavy. Checks them with a projectile. Nails the anti-air. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Breaks those shins. Experiencing burnout. Knockdown and smart play with the throw. Dashes forward, blood anti-air. Ooh, snap kick sends them spinning. On for the critical art. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Start things off with a jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Jumps up. Solid anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. The overhead denied. Player 1 has crumbled from above. Player 2, this is gonna hurt. What's next? Sets up with the jump in. Are they going to be able to go to the air? A jump in? A real test of it is over. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Fight with all your heart.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Hits the back throw, looking to set something up to get more damage. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. What's the play here? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Solid combo. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Going in, timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? Pushing through with the gladiator. Attempts to break the stalemate, sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super arm. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Sure you can? Going in? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Saw that coming. Knockdown and G-Right overhead. Drives it back, misses. Okay, here, wow, reads the counterattack. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Cashes out the gate right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. G-Right kick for a mix-up. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. Player 1 with the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Trip, big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. Amazing read to flash the parry just in time to catch the attack. Player 2 chases them down, throws them to negate the block. Burnout is triggered. Heading into the end game now, it's getting to experiencing burnout. Going in, Jinrai kick for a mix-up, finishes with the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Challenge from above. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Grabs him. Closes the gap for the grab. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Player 2 needs to use the front of the corner here. They're in the corner and the beatdown continues. Ooh, what a smart throw! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Are they thinking about how to steal this round? They decide to take a breather to regroup. Looks like they want to put a new spin of closes it out! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
I have Gladius!
Jump! This can lead to some big damage. Dash! All the throw connects. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they catch Super Art to show them what a PhD fighters can do for you? Oh, now let me hear you say it. Shinryu! Repa! Amazing! Drops him hard. Shoryu! Player 1 overhead. Oh my god, this fighter's got the perfect read. Big game difference here, and both fighters are almost done. Perfect damage calculation, no doubt about it. Are you kidding me? Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Pushin on the scene!
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Good work staying in throw range there. Grabs them with the throw. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. The soup digs in deep to get that driving. Sticks the combo. Misses the grab. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has depleted their drive. Just goes for it at this range. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Medium kick hits. They were right to be on guard there. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. With the throw. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Looking for a chance. Jumps in. Shinrai kick for a mix-up. Gets carried to the corner. Hits him with a stopping block. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Experiencing burnout. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. The next touch may decide this round. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Stark drops them from the air. Final round. Who will the fighting games of they're going for the super art? Dashes crowns them from above. Oh man, this is a scary range. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Good decision with that throw. Both sides getting ready. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Throw tank. Meets them air to air. Player 2 can't nothing stop this train. Super art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. One player is in burnout state. Is it time to end? Ooh, crushes the shins. Ooh, scraps them. Ugh, take a seat. Answers with a fireball. Oh, that's a... They are done. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Anti-air in the clutch. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. They're not going to allow any jump ins. Wow, shut down. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Combo with the target combo. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Grabs them, life lead opens up. There's the impact. Now KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jumping. This Dragon Lance flame could be big. How will this impact things? Dash hits him with a stopping bomb. Shinrai kick for a mix-up. Experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Risky up-close scrap still going. Ooh, what a smart throw. Going in? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Life lead is there, but still anyone closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Shinrai kick for a mix-up. Anti-air in the clutch. Still solid anti-air. They just said, get that jumping out of here. Player 1, all the throw connects. What'll happen here? Clutch anti-air. Player 2 is there. Close that off. Bring in the heat. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned. This might be a pivotal super art. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 may be able to pull a fast one, especially with the super meets them air to air. Noticeable life lead. Are you kidding me? Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this. Come on.
You call, I answer.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to bait out the jump? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. A big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. Back throw for the side switch. Knockdown. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Takes a trip. Player two can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Player experiencing burnout. Scrapping it out, KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Jumps in. Had the radar up and running. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player two will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Time to reassess the situation. Doing some quick planning. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Oh, could be the start of something. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Burnout activates. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. They were not cleared for takeoff. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round two. Fight.
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Trips them up. Throws them to negate the block. Well-timed corner switch. Takes a trip. Player one chases them down. They block the overhead, and the jump-in is denied. With the throw. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. And the throw ends the round. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight.
Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Dashes! Misses! Smart play to stop the opponent there. Player one will need to play it conservative until they're experiencing burnout. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. Slides and cook this KO! Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? From up above. And parries the attack, and parrying an attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. Player 2 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Very solid corner switch. Holds out with the block. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. With the throw. Looking for a chance. Changing up the beat with the hidden dip. They get the win by sustaining good corner pressure and not giving them any breathing room. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Hits him with a vagabond edge. Will this super art connect? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 2 has the meter lead. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. Player 1, burnout activates. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. Oh, snipe! Turning it right up with the super. The overhead cannot. Taps him on the toe. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
They are letting it fly from the get-go. This is it. Sees the overhead coming. Shinrai kick for a mix-up. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Looking for a hold. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Goes out of sight. Medium kick. This can lead to some big damage. Tricky hidden variable. Shoryu. Player 1 can't let this. Will this super art do anything? Takes them up. Player 2 connects with the throw. Jump. Wow, reads the counterattack. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? Adapt. All the throw connects. Oh, here we go. Go out of sight. Parry. They were sitting on their meter for this super art. Bullshit scramble. Yo, I told you. Oh, it's enough. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Gotta do this.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Throws them to negate the block. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. Very solid corner switch. Knockdown. Throws a fireball here. Nice counter. Player 1 is maintaining. What'll happen here? Charges forward. Player 1 will look to apply. Burnout activates. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Oh god, this is tense. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Shows the drop tap to close it. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight.
Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of foot. They're going for the super art. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. We have super art on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Raw critical. What's gonna happen? Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Got their eye on the air. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. Now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The blow connects for counter hit damage. What's the play here? Still slugging it out here. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Both players with no drive in the tank. I can't keep track of those for the super art. Perfect time to spend the meter. Comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beats. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Oh no, they're stunned. Player 2 can't affect super art. There's a change of sides. Sure you can. They're going for the super art. That's not gonna hit. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. He kept a close eye on the skies and it paid off. Good reactions there. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Nice crosser. Tried a standard block and got hit with the crosser. Pool gained control of the match in the early going. Experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. They're backed up into the corner. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Throws them forward and maintains the corner game. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Shows them it's going, closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps up. Blocks the jump in. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Definitely saw that counter coming. Knockdown. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Checks with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if your opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 1 chases them down. Knockdown. Gets the jump in. Life lead opens up. Takes a trip. Saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Slides and goes for the leg. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. How's this round going to develop? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Time to reassess the situation. Out of range. Relatively safe. Anti-air drops him. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Both fighters planning something? Their life is hanging by a thread. Yo, put that away. Can they create an just goes for it and this KO. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Good anti-air. Backs them into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to beat out the jump? Not so fast. Definitely saw that counter coming. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player one takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Player one has the meter lead. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Projectile to try and change the situation. Burnout activates. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Slides and goes for the legs. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player one did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters planning something? Player one will need experiencing burnout. Smart play with the throw. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Knockdown and... Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Amazing! Drops them from the air. Posing moment. This is gonna hurt. Hit them with a quick low kick. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Open with a fireball. They were right to be on guard there. All the throw connects. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Getting up close and personal. Amazing! Player one has a big, tricky hidden variable. Reads the jumping perfectly. Raw super hard incoming. Cooks up some hot and spicy damage with the Bushin beats. Oh, yo! Raw super here? It goes out of sight. Player one has the super gauge advantage. Takes the most. Okay, there's a burnout. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. I called it! Player one can't read the jumping perfectly. Are you kidding me? Player two clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.